It's your friendly neighborhood Loaded Survival back again with a brand new pre-release patch notes, and this is part 3 of update number 3. As you can see, this release of update 3, including its 3 parts, is scheduled to come to the full game next week. At this moment in time, if you want to try out this current state, you can go to the launcher, the settings, and pre-release. There is a lot that has come with this update, and obviously it's in 3 different parts, and then it's going to be merged into one massive update. This is what Hytale are going to be doing moving forward, and they've added one of the biggest features that they have added to the game so far, which is fantastic. Of course, they've had magic. They're trying to move into so many different, parts of what they want Hytale to become, and this is one of the things that's going to be in a very, very early state, with lots more to come to it. Now, if you do enjoy today's video, as always, if you don't mind dropping a like and subscribe, we're on our road now to 4,000 subscribers. It would really mean the world, and let's get in with the video. So, as I said, the release of Update 3, including its 3 parts, I wonder how many times I've said 3 in this video, is scheduled for next week. Headline features: added a very basic early version of taming. Some of the friendlier animals you find in your adventures can now be tamed, provided you have their favourite food in hand. Tamed animals can be petted with an empty hand and fed once in a while. Some of them can also be milked, sheared, or mounted. Tamed animals won't run away from players unless they are hit, and will occasionally greet them. They've added sickles capable of harvesting multiple crops in a single swing. They've updated climbing, enabling sidestepping, dropping down, and rotating around ropes. Added an anchor UI system, enabling server plugins to add UI elements to client pages, such as the world map, and this will allow modders to insert into various pre-defined points as we add them. Brazilian, Portuguese, and Russian have been added as our first new in-game language options, kicking off with the first phase of our localization efforts. Additional languages will be introduced in the coming weeks. As for the new content, they've updated a number of prefabs, removing workbenches and chicken coops from several of them. They've added a green variation of the Rhino Toad, updated the requirements for farmer benches. Tier 4 now requires dry wood log instead of redwood log, Tier 6 now requires redwood log instead of dry wood log, and updated the crafting times for several early game items. Crude ammo, weapons, and tools now craft instantly. Builder's bench craft time reduced from 3 seconds to 2 seconds, and chicken coop craft time reduced from 4 seconds to 2 seconds. Overpants are now referred to as legwear. Added random block ticking and spreading of grass. Oh, they finally done that one. Short bows and crossbows can now use ammo directly from the backpack. Very cool. Updated several NPCs with the improved target switching behavior. The flamethrower VFX has been updated and the weapon now attacks faster. And the implemented separation between the stereo headphone and HRTF headphone modes. Output mode options have been extended to cover speakers, stereo headphones, and 3D audio too. So as for modding and tools, added a warning when loading into worlds with missing mods. The Creative Hub, where players initially find themselves on creative worlds, is now referred to as the Crossroads. Added a return to Crossroads button on the world map for creative worlds. That is big. Removed some older debug commands and improved validation for the machinima tool. Added the ability to change the playback speed with the machinima tool. Added a new debug flag, vis leash position, enabling visualization of NPC leashing. Added a new debug flag, vislock, enabling visualization of flock membership and structure. Updated packet handlers for builder tools to utilize the world packet handler for world specific packets. Renamed light radius to bright radius and set the default to 1 so that light color is maintained. Changed the draft brush shape to sphere instead of cube. Entities will now rotate and render in the selection tool's rotate/translate mode. The UI/UX, they reworked item tooltips to better support localization, increased the dimensions of some UI elements to better support localization, added a confirmation message when attempting to swap avatar presets with unsaved changes, very good, added a avatar preset counter to the add preset button, improved navigation of longer server lists, added a scroll bar to aid navigation for users with large number of mods, and added Noto Sans as a secondary fallback font for acrylic glyphs. Now, a massive amount of bug fixes and other improvements, updated the world map and chunk updates to use their own streams, fixed a crash related to creative tool previews when undoing and reapplying very large changes, fixed a crash when a skin fails to be saved, fixed a crash on Linux when opening a folder without Nautilus installed, added missing validation to reduce the number of illegal state exceptions that may be encountered, fixed an issue whereby copied entities could share data structures incorrectly, fixed an issue whereby debug frustrums would not render, added an issue whereby key binding information would not display correctly, fixed an issue whereby some apple trees would float off the ground, adjusted the player hitbox when sitting and sleeping, fixed an issue with the spawn suppression system crashing upon regenerating chunks, fixed an issue where respawning inside of a portal world would leave the player in a zombified state, fixed an issue with full bright toggling that prevented full brightness occurring when entering creative mode, fixed an issue with server configurations enabling all mods by default, fixed an issue whereby some lucky fish would spawn in lava, fixed a number of village furniture items incorrectly requiring a pickaxe to break, fixed a number of issues related to clouds when the weather transitions, fixed an issue with the fire spreading above 256 blocks, fixed an issue with durability whereby dying would cause some carried items to incorrectly become unusable, fixed an issue with world clients not enabling backups by default if not otherwise configured, that's very big, fixed a number of memory leaks, and updated some grammar and removed some typos. And as you can see, Mr. Simon Hytale said, please report pre-release bugs via the in-game menu. We track which version each report comes from, and release is scheduled for next week. So yes, guys, this is one of the first kind of big updates that the Hytale team have taken some time on, and they're going to be working on this over time, and I'm really, really looking forward to Hytale working on this and all of this new content coming to the game over time. And yes, at this moment, it's a process, and we all know it's going to be a process. It's early access, and I know I've said that in so many videos, but it's because a lot of people, when updates go live for an early access game, they're like, where's World Gen V2, where's this and where's that? And of course, we all want it. We all want it more than anything. All of it's coming. We've got a big content update in the works, too many big content updates in the works. And anyway, thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next one, and I'll catch you guys later.